You've reached Angela Skurtu, and I can be found at www.therapistintstlouis.com. So today I would like to talk to you about endearment and why this is such an important feeling to encourage in your relationship. So every day I have a different person tell me what gets them started sexually is actually endearment. So here's an example. One of my clients said to me, well, there was this one time when I was thinking about this date that he took me on where he had planned it. He put all the effort into making sure everything went just right. And I felt so close to him and it turned me on. And so for females, endearment is one of the things that starts our engine. It's that feeling that sounds like this. And what's interesting is the way females and males experience endearment can be different. It really can. It's not always. But so an example of a way a woman might feel endeared toward a partner is when they do something really special and romantic for them. Another one, something that even happened to me personally. So my partner says to me, Angela, I want to make love to you tonight. And so I'm going to take your daughter. Most people know my daughter's name is Olivia. And so he says, I'm going to take Olivia out to Sam's for my grocery shopping. I'm going to leave you alone. And I want you to just take care of yourself. Do whatever it is you need to do, whether you want to take a nap, whether you want to relax, but just do something for yourself with this time. Think of how endeared I felt to him, so I want you to think of this, right? Like I'm not the first person to say that. I've had a client say on my couch, well, he drew me a bath and he said, I just want you to take care of yourself. So endearment, when a woman feels as though her needs are considered and she's really deeply valued and a partner, male or female or trans, is really considering what would make you feel special and really considered and taken care of. Those are the things that make people feel, oh. So endearment is that first warm space that opens women up to sexuality. And from that, they can build on to things like getting turned on. But endearment really is one of the keys. And what's funny is I was just talking to clients about like the male side of this, right? And so sometimes a male will have that experience and they'll be like, oh, that's really nice, but they don't have that same endearment. However, where they may have their endearment, and again, nobody's exactly the same, but I've heard this one a few times too. So when a female or a partner sends to their male partner, hey, something dirty, I was thinking of you, you're so hot. That's when the male gets an endearment, that kind of like, oh, she's trying to flirt. It's just so funny. But they're just different. So everybody likes that feeling of endearment or closeness or like, wow, they considered me. But it is interesting how different it can happen depending on a person and their sexuality and what makes them feel that way. But sometimes for males, they can just get turned on by the visual. They'll literally see the cue and they'll be like, oh, she's pretty, I'm ready. Not all men, again, everybody is their own unique snowflake, but it's just funny because when I have people with the opposite sex in the same room, the guy will say, what turns you on? And he's thinking of visual things because for him, it might be, oh, she wears something sexy or she says something dirty and that becomes their endearing moment. But for a female, their endearing moment is more when I felt considered, when you made me a priority and when you really thought about my needs. And so I'm asking you guys to talk to each other. Like, what makes you feel endeared? What creates that initial warm space where you're more open to me? All right, thank you. This has been Angela Skurtu. I'm at St. Louis Marriage Therapy, and you can find me at www.therapistintstlouis.com.